agencies have been making to give them full protection, not only in the Ebonyi State, but the entire Southeast. We feel so sad that this kind of thing should happen to Ebonyi State. We feel so worried for our country, Nigeria. We are short of words, and good enough we have some traces of the sponsors, we have traces of those who came here. I will not disclose it, but I'm going to escalate the identities of the people to the highest authority, and we wait to see what they will do.
Mazi Solomon, welcome. Mazi Chinasa, welcome to the program. You're all welcome back. We've seen the clip. Mazi Chinasa, what do you have to say about the entire event that took place in Ebonyi State?
Yeah, Mazi Patrick, thank you so much. You know, one of the biggest problems Biafrans have is those leadership. People like Dave Umahi, who is the governor of Ebonyi State, and also the governor of the South, is governors. Dave Umahi has been living in denial for many years. He has been living in denial. Why I say he has been living in denial is what happened in Ebonyi State is the handwork of the governor and his collaborators, who are the Fulani herdsmen. As far as 2009, Fulani started settling in Ebonyi State in large numbers. From, I would say, from 2009, IPOB, do you understand me, become kind of, we start to understand that these people has been here since 2009. But in 2015, when our leader was arrested, when he was still in prison, the Fulani started attacking gradually in Ebonyi State. From 2015, the IPOB volunteers started to look deep the activities of Fulani herdsmen in Ebonyi State. 2016, we gradually start to understand that all these Fulanis that were causing havoc in the Middle Belt, that all of them are gradually moving down to Ebonyi State. And we started to talk to people, we started to tell the communities, gradually we started to set up IPOB families in most of these communities to make sure that they are aware of what is about to come. By 2016, ending 2016, 17, when our leader went in exile, the Fulani now started to display very, horrible atrocities. And at the initial time, people thought it was a communal clash. Yes, there are communal clashes in those areas. But now the Fulani, with the governor, what they tried is now, any land, anywhere they saw there is a communal clash, they will settle Fulani. They will set up that particular land for Fulani settlement because they thought that was the best way to settle communal clash. So wherever two communities, like Eza or Izi, are having problem on land dispute, Dave Umahi will use these Fulani people and settle them in the middle of this land, trying to say, I have solved the problem since both of you don't want to listen. That was when Dave Umahi was setting a very bad example in Ebonyi State. All the lands that we were having, the communities were having, he settled Fulani. That is why in Ebonyi State, there are a lot of Fulani settlements in Ebonyi State, just like in Enugu. So communal clashes become, it becomes something, Dave Umahi loved it. And he was settling Fulanis in all those places there were little dispute. Now the Fulanis grow wings. If you watch from the clip, he said he has given them full protection. Yes, Dave Umahi gave the Fulanis full protection. He brought them, he asked them with the community chiefs, with the community leaders, he He paid them money to make sure that the Fulanis were protected. But to go directly to this particular video you just played here, in this issue, last year, when ESN was formed, I was aware ESN was sent in this community because there were a lot of intelligence reports that most of the die-hard Fulani herdsmen were residing in this community. We got an intelligence report that too many Fulani had calls. Those who are coming in from Benue, those who are coming in from Enugu, that they are settling in this area. ESM makes some move to go to that community. Those who were agents of Dave Umahi, the chief of this Ishelu, they have a chief or a traditional ruler. He is a very close friend of Dave Umahi. With his vigilante, Dave Umahi set up in most of those places who are protecting Fulanis. These people drove away. It's not by fight. ESN approached them. We want to protect this community because of the reports we have that Fulani herdsmen are going to attack this community. They say they don't need the presence of ESN. It wanted to become a quarrel. Then our people have to leave. They were instructed to step back so that there won't be a confrontation between our people. That was the first attempt. The second attempt, after 1 month, the report and all the things that were happening, intelligence report being gathered around this issue, we sent another set of ESN members to go into this community also and look at how we can be able to safeguard this community, this Ishelu local government. The same chief, I'm not going to call his name here, but he knows that we are looking for him. Dave Umahi, he's a very close partner of Dave Umahi. The second time when the Eastern Security could not do any work in this place, then we left them to their fate. If you found out from what Dave Umahi said, he said that those people, that some people ran away. That chief, in that community, in this local government, this particular chief, he was tipped off by the Fulani that they were coming for attack. He is one of the most prominent persons in that community that escaped this attack. He knew that the Fulani was coming for attack because he knew that the Fulani, a couple of weeks, Fulani, or like say 3 weeks or 21 days, Fulanis were evacuating that community. The chief knows. Dave Umahi knows. He knows that they were evacuating. And the chief also escaped from the community before this Fulani launched this attack, where they killed many of our people. We lost Dave Umahi do not want a group like Inter-Society to step into these places because we asked independent groups to go there and verify how many people that were killed. And the number we have, more than 40 to 50 people are killed in that issue. Those people are talking about 15. Those boys are agents of Dave Umahi. These are people he asked them to go and speak. To say it's 15 people. There are many people, their bodies are being found. Some young, because there is a school in that area. I think there are students, there are small kids that their body has been found after that particular event. They were got by bullets, they fall inside the bush, and later on, we found out that there are dead bodies, litters in all the places. So the problem here is this. Dave Umahi is a joke. Dave Umahi is a joke. He knows what they are doing because his presidential ambition for 2023, Dave Umahi sold our land. He sold the land of Ebonyi to the Fulani people, and today he is reaping what he has sold in Ebonyi State. But one thing we have to promise them, as long as the indigenous people of Biafra, we came before they start to reason. And as long as we know the plans of the Fulanis, there is nothing that will stop us not to defend our land. It is either they come out, he have come out and said the people he protected, you saw these Fulanis were causing havoc in Middle Belt, in Jos, in Taraba. Does it mean Dave Umahi does not see all this news? And Dave Umahi still said to protect the Fulanis in a Ebonyi state, and he expects what to happen, that they won't kill our people. Unless ESN takes the mantle in a Ebonyi state, unless IPOB stand and gap between our people and the Fulani herdsmen, there will be nobody be left in Ebonyi land and in other parts of Biafra land. And that is by nature. We found it as an obligation that the indigenous people of Biafra and the Eastern Security must step in and close this gap, because history will look at us in the eyes and ask us, why did we continue to blame all those failed leaders, rather to take the mantle or to take the bull by the horns to protect our people? And that is what we are doing right now. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you. Mazi Solomon, do you have any question for Mazi Chinasa as regard to what happened in Ebonyi?
Yes, I told you I'm prepared for Mazi Chinasa today, because this is a big fish. It's very hard to catch him, and since we have already catch him and he's here with us today, he will not go without answering our questions. So we have had the narrative that Mazi Chinasa put out here as to regard to what happened at Ebonyi State. So my questions to him now is this: as according to what our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in the day of launching this launching ESN, that the ESN will go and protect our people and fill gap where it is needed. So at this point, do we still need the traditional rulers, which we are clearly known that these traditional rulers, they are also among the people who are selling their communities out to the killers? Do ESN still need permission from these traditional rulers as the situation stands now? Do we still need protection, permission from them to send ESN into protecting the life of our people in some of the communities?
Mazi, you know, we have a tradition of people will even ask you when something did you ask? We have done that. Now we have asked them, we have begged them, we have approached them. I don't think we don't need their permission any longer. As long as many of them have refused to listen to the simple fact that our people are being endangered, we do not need their permission any longer. In fact, any of them who stands as a hindrance on the way to protect our people, he will pay dearly with his life and his family. We are no more taking any permission from them, and we are no more waiting for them, because we have waited for so long. We don't.
Okay, one more question to you. Thank you so much for responding to that question. Then one more question is this. Now, when after the launching of ESN, the news that went in internet and the deliberation of people is that ESN is not legal, it is not well legislated, and therefore the government and the government should not rely on the activities of ESN. So now I am asking you, like in the operation of ESN, did they feel anything illegal?
Mr. Mazi Solomon Peters, there is nothing illegal in the activities of ESN. Meeti Allah, if I may ask, is Meeti Allah legal? But Meeti Allah is giving 100 and something billion. But they are the fourth most. But the government, they are stakeholder. They say they are stakeholder in the Nigerian state. ESN, our activities has nothing illegality in it. because what we are doing is what is every born Biafran is expected from us. Reasons are the governors, the political leaders. They have played with our life. There is a gap. There is a gap in our system. There is a gap in our region. There is a gap of this security in our place. It is just an example of when things you expect those to do it and they refuse to do it. For example, if you do not have a house, your father do not have a house, and you grow up and you want to put a roof under your father, would that be found as something very wrong? I don't see it to be very wrong. There is no security in our land. And the doors, our borders are open to these Fulanis to come into our land to kill our people. Not only kill. You know, one of the most degrading things in life is when people come and rape your women. After raping them, they kill them. They kill you. In the country I am living, you don't rape a woman and go free. But the Fulanis came into our land. They come here, they rape our women, they rape our girls, they adopt our people, and there is nothing illegal in what ESN is doing. We are engaging every of our activities. We are doing it as based on to protect our people. Until otherwise, if there is anything that makes ESN illegal, then somebody can come out and say, this is what makes ESN illegal. But so far, ESN is engaging the Fulani herdsmen and all the people who have come to kill us in a more professional way that so far, even the world, they know we are doing the right thing. If there is anything illegal, I think some countries might by now condemn the activities of ESN. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Mazi, do you have any other question?
Yeah, we know we can't finish all our questions at once, but we have to move the program forward. But another question that I want to ask, or should I ask two questions at once so that he can respond?
Let's take it one after the other. We have all the time. I believe Mazi Chinasa have all the time. So take it one after the other, and we'll proceed. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for the basic of clarification. Mazi Chinasa Onyendu, we want to ask you a question. What are since the operation and the operation of ESN, or through since the time ESN was launched, how many corporations has ESN gotten gotten from the traditional rulers of our areas? Because all these places where Fulani people are settling and killing our people, they all have traditional rulers in those areas. How many
are you talking about, Mazi? Are you talking about the genuine ones? Because obviously you cannot get cooperation from the ones that are benefiting from
but we want to hear from Mazi Chinasa here, being Onyendu. Most things come to their table. So how much cooperation have they gotten from our traditional rulers? Because we've seen that what happened in Aboi State is as the result of the ignorance of the traditional rulers who try to play part with the Fulanis, and then today he has brought death upon his people. So now I want to ask Mazi, how much corporations have the ESN gotten from the traditional rulers, or are they still part of the problem? Thank you, Mazi.
Mazi Chinas, are you there? I don't know if he has difficulties with his audio, but
can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Mazi.
I hope you got the question right.
Yes,
Did you get the question?
Yeah, I got the question.
Okay, go ahead.
One thing is this: Radio Biafra have created a lot of awareness, even though it has not yet sunk in the mind, in the head of everybody. I must confess, there are traditional rulers who are also very cooperative in what we are doing. And most of them have also demonstrated when they realize, most of them realize that the Nigerian security cannot protect them. they have realized. Some of them also, out of ignorance, thought that power still remains in the hands of the politicians. Those ones don't know that power have changed hands in Biafra land. Example, in Enugu, am I being heard?
Yes, your voice is coming out clearly, Mazi.
Okay, in Enugu, there were some issues that happened in Enugu, in a Ga community. When the Fulani attacked one of our people, our brothers who went to the farm, they shot him, and when the villagers wanted to go to rescue the boy, or they rescue the man to send him to the hospital, the Fulanis refused. They blocked the road with their arms. And some of the community members, with the permission from the traditional ruler in that community, they called the ESN for help. Unfortunately, and they were very lucky, some ESN operatives was around that area, then they moved into action. I think that's a very good example what some of the traditional rulers and some of the people, DGs in some communities, supposed to be doing. They can reap the benefit. We ask them most times, some of the community do not have the power to match the arms the Fulanis are carrying, because most of the Fulanis, they carry AK-47, and some of the communities, they just have ordinary pump action or hunter's gun. So in most cases, they always need the presence of ESN in their community to be able to match these marauding Fulanis. So there are some traditional rulers, they are, trying to say, we are helpless, we just want to survive. If it is ESN that can give us this protection, you are welcome. If it is so, but we want to let them to understand that there is no help coming from the Nigerian government. For example, how Enugu, when they saw we launched ESN, they ran and launched their forest guard. How many people have you heard that the forest guard in Enugu, which community have they been able to drive one Fulani settlement away? They are just there. They're walking inside the bush. They sew uniform and give to them, and they're doing nothing. That is why our government, our governors, they are fully collaborating with the Fulanis to displace our people. So the PGs, some traditional rulers, they are also helping, to let the people understand. All of them are not bad. All of them are not anti-Biafra. And we encourage some of them who are so scared to come out to speak. They should contact IPOB. As long as you are under the protection of IPOB, we are too big for Nigerian government to chew us, and we are ready to match them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mazi, take your second question.
Yes, the second question that I wanted to ask is this. Mazi, before the launching of ESN, we have heard of the group of Ndinche in each community in Biafran land, and we also, like as you mentioned, the forest guard at Enugu. Now, how much cooperation had the ESN had from these local vigilantes and also some of these security outfit that has been launched by one politicians or the other? Has ESN had cooperation from these very people, or are they actually fighting against ESN? What are the nature of the confrontations or the siege that ESN had with these people?
Yeah, Mazi. So far, there is no vigilante having any confrontation with ESN. They can't even try it. They can't. We having some cooperation with some community vigilantes to understand, to pass information when the Fulanis are destroying anywhere or killing anybody. We have some, but not all. Those we don't yet have are those who are still being controlled by some politicians or some traditional rulers who are Nigerian government agents. But we don't care really vigilantes or not vigilantes. Those, what you have to know is, for example, the Obi of Onitsha. This vigilante he formed, he gave cars. To be frank, those groups were not formed that day. They have formed this group for a very long time. But all of a sudden, maybe the government pushed some money for him. He now bought them cars and bought them motorcycles to swing into action. And, when they push out money like that, you see many of them ranting. We have seen them. We have seen groups. They haven't done anything. We are not looking for their cooperation. They have to come to us. ESN is the one in charge of Biafra land security. If they want to be protected, they come to ESN. One thing is this. Our leader said, there is no opportunity, the doors is closed to come into ESN. But if they want to come to support us with intelligent reports, they are all welcome. But ESN won't go to them because we are the ones in charge of the security in the whole of Biafra land. They have been there. They have been doing politics. They have been sharing money. The governors are, like, for example, Abia State governor is taking like almost 800 million naira as a security vote on a monthly basis. You saw him also form his own vigilante. They know this is all about money to justify the security vote. The fund they are taking on security vote. When you ask him, he said, I formed a security this thing. They just want to justify. And I have to tell you, it is a fact that Nigeria must accept there is no security in the southeast apart from Eastern Security Network. There is no Nigerian presence. The Nigerian police is not there to protect any of our people. They are not there. The Nigerian security, which is the police or the army, they are not there to protect our people. So for now, what we know is Eastern Security, and so far, so good. We might not be there yet, but ESN is working on a daily basis. It's a very tedious job that the ESN are doing. A land that all of a sudden, ESN is born out of circumstances, a child of circumstances, and I can tell you they have no vehicles. They have, those boys are walking, they trek, do many things by themselves because they want to make sure that our land is protected. That is how it is, my brother. We cannot say we are going to collaborate. If they come, ESN is in charge for now. Any group forming to come and collaborate with us, we don't have this time because the time for games and politics has gone. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much,
final question.
Yes.
Thank you. My final question, because many people are waiting also to ask question. Mazi Pat, just allow me with this one question because it's very important that we have. Thank you so much for that. So now, what we are looking at is this. As it stands today, we are hearing some statements from the Nigerian government against ESN, or how they will come after ESN, or how they will make sure they stop the operation of ESN. So all this report from the government, does it play any kind of role as to regard to the operations of ESN? Does it really put fear in them? Did they feel threatened, or did they feel like their goal cannot be achieved by the threatening that is coming from the government, that they have to crush down ESN, and they have made some attempt? How do you think that ESN feel as when this kind of threat is coming from Nigerian government?
Let's see if Mazi Chinasa is still there.
Yeah, Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes. I hope you got the question, Mazi.
Yeah, I got the question.
Go ahead.
Yes, the Igbo language says Mbana Barago. You understanding me? That is what they are saying. That is what they are doing. One thing you have to know is that most of us in IPOB, whatever we turns out to be today, Nigeria cost it. If we turn out to be lions, Nigeria cost it. If we turn out to be highness Nigeria cost it. Do you understand me? Because both Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leadership of IPOB, we are all gentle people who have gone everything we can do to change. For 6 to 7 years, we have been shouting on Radio Biafra, on social media, about the situation of our place. You were there when people protested, when our leader was in prison in National High School, Aba. You saw what they did to us in National High School. You saw what they did to us in Mpo. You saw what they did to us in our leader's home. You saw what they did to us in everywhere. Every minute, they will declare their dance, either python, either crocodile dance, against our people. All these things they were doing, they were making us, they were pushing us to be more hardened in our activities. ESN is not scared of the Nigerian army. I can tell you that. ESN cannot be scared of the Nigerian army. ESN is one of the most disciplined group of people that have emerged in recent time in the Nigerian history. And IPOB will make sure that this security network, the world will talk about them and what they have done to be able to protect our land. Let me tell you something about ESN, a little bit. In ESN, you don't steal. There is no criminality in ESN. There is no extortion. ESN does not rape. In fact, according to the leadership of IPOB and according to the instruction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if any member of ESN is caught raping a woman, you can be shot at sight. I am telling you. Because our women are people that we respect so much. Not only our women, even any woman. ESN is highly disciplined. And for the fact that we are highly disciplined, our ideology, our mind, we have already built ourselves that we are facing one of the most ruthless army in Africa, which is the Nigerian military. We cannot be scared when we are fighting for our life. We cannot be scared when we are trying to protect our land. We cannot be scared when we know we are doing the right thing. ESN cannot be scared when they know that our people, if we don't do these things, that our land will be ravaged by the Fulani herdsmen. ESN is not scared of the Nigerian army. Today, the Nigerian army is, you saw them, any little provocation, the world is not seeing it. They will go and bomb our area. Any little thing, you see them. And nobody is saying anything about it. But tomorrow, anything can happen. Those helicopters, they are moving around our land. They thought we cannot bring them down. We are counting day by day. Day by day. What I want to tell you, ESN is strongly, even the more, they have to know that the activities of ESN, the impact they have, have on Biafrans, the security in our land. Right now, people say you can drive from one state to another. There is no police checkpoint. There is no harassment. That is the fear of ESN. Before they will tell you that criminals here, we are put.
I think Mazi Chinasa is okay. Mazi, are you back? I think he's having some difficulties. I don't know, but I think it's an audio problem. I don't know, but I hope that he returns back.
Maybe people are trying to call his line, or maybe he's getting call from.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, sorry, Mazi. It was called interrupted me.
Yeah, okay, we are with you here.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, if you can listen to our leader, this is a man, before ESN was set up, we were full of conviction that ESN will deliver the job to protect our people. ESN, one thing people don't know is that if it is not by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, ESN would not be able to march on that day you people saw it. When ESN marched, that is when we know that indeed our land is secured. Because there were a lot of challenges. You know what we have went through. And if it was not ordained, with the level of sabotage in our land, with the level of sabotage...
Mazi will be coming to that, because
yes,
we'll also be dealing with the internal challenges in IPOB. We'll be coming to the issue of sabotage, both in IPOB internally, and we'll be asking you how the leadership of IPOB were able to manage the sabotage, even at the leadership level. I think I have to come to that question. How have IPOB leadership been able to manage a sabotage even at the leadership level, where you have situations that some IPOB leaders left people who had sensitive positions, but the movement still remains strong? How was the IPOB leadership able to contain such a vacuum?
Mazi, even me, as a member of the DOS, sometimes I do marvel, even our leader himself. The structure and the activities of IPOB is very complicated. Our leaders set up these structures that it is very difficult for somebody to crack the leadership of IPOB. I can tell you, it is only a fool can stay somewhere. He said, if I leave IPOB, IPOB will crash. If I leave IPOB, IPOB will have a problem. It is only a fool. Anybody talking like that have to know he don't know IPOB. IPOB in the media, administrative network, legal, mobilization, finance is really, really, really complicated. It have layers of people. It have layers of groups under the same structure. You bring this one down, another one, and one thing is that our leader, in Igbo language they say Ahizaya. You understand me? This man set up things. You may see yourself you are very important in this struggle, but there is somebody he is nursing somewhere who can do the same thing you are doing and even more better anytime you fall apart. He knows, he will tell you, I know these things will happen. So there is always a plan B, not only plan B, plan C, plan D, they are always there. And for that, I will tell you, those who thought that they were, are you understanding me, holding the grip of IPOB, that is where they lose it. They lost everything. Let me tell you about this sabotage in the leadership. For example, you have been given the mic to be speaking to the people. Don't use this mic to intimidate your people. Don't use this mic to arrogate anything you want, or don't be carried away because you have been given a chance. You have to remain humble and loyal to this cause. You are not loyal to only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are loyal to the people of Biafra. If you come to our oath, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there, he said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will also be loyal to the Biafran people. And we have to be loyal to him. This is what is written in our oath. So I think that oath is guiding every IPOB family. It's guiding many of our people. Most people are in line with that oath. They don't want to cross. And our people, for the fact that they have understood that truly that freedom is actually what we want, and freedom is the gospel message our leader have given to us. They have seen it very clearly. They have seen where we are heading to. For the fact that majority of our people, millions of people now understand where we are going to, it will be very difficult for anybody or a group of people to sabotage this particular struggle, because we have crossed that Rubicon where somebody can destroy this struggle. For sabotage in IPOB, sabotage is something that is always common among any group of people in a struggle like this. They will always come, but I'm very, very happy and I'm confident that the structure of IPOB, no matter who you are, you cannot sabotage this struggle. Because the moment you leave, somebody else will take over. Ask yourself, those who left a couple of months back, are we making more greater? Are we going more better than when they were there? Some of them were agents who were being used to subdue what we are doing. They create fear. They create, don't do this, don't do that. But as soon as they left, the world can see the level the struggle is heading to now. And I can bet you, no matter who you are, even our leader, he said sometimes, do you think if I leave this struggle will die? No. This struggle will continue because he knows that he has created leaders. He knows that he has planted. There are many people he has tutored, many people who understand where we are going, and they will never disappoint him. That is one thing in this. And as long as he has those people, this struggle cannot be sabotaged. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Mazi, do you have any question in regards to how IPOB has been able to manage itself?
Actually, Mazi Chinasa, he has said a lot of things. There is a lot of questions, but I think at this very point we should be giving an opportunity to Biafrans who would like to call in and also ask their questions as to regard to the operations of ESN and how successful has ESN been since the day they were launched till today. So I have more other questions, but let's try and see, put the line opening and see if there is Biafrans who are waiting for us to call in into these very programs and aid their aim questions to Mazi Chinasa Onyendu. So
at this point, the line is open.
Mazi Solomon Peters, I am Mazi Chinasa Moro. We have only Onyendu, which is our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Mazi Chinasa, to some level, you are also a leader. And yes, you are a leader. And so when he refers to you as Onyendu, because people are looking up to you as well. We appreciate the position of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as Onyendu Kachasi Onyendu, but only do I can. So I want to acknowledge that.
Thank you.
Yes. The number is open 39388177965, and I expect Biafrans to call in to ask questions. Bring your questions to Mazi Chinasa Moro, who is a great privilege because he doesn't come out all the time. And I hope that maybe in the future we'll have the opportunity to also host him again if he grants us that possibility. I think we have the first caller on the phone. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Patrick, good morning.
Yeah, can you please turn down the volume of your listening device? There is noise around you.
Yes, I'm already off it.
Okay, so go ahead with your question or contribution.
Yeah, my question is, my name is Agutu and I'm calling from Belgium. Please, what I want to ask Mr. Chinasa Moro is, based on what happened in Owerri now, because I'm from Imo State, based on what happened in Owerri by unknown gunmen, and most of the people there that ran out from the prison most of them are criminals, killers, kidnappers, and they ran into the society now. How can the ESN protect us over those people? Because most of them will go back to those criminality. Can they do the job, or because I see it as those people as a danger to the society? So that's my question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mazi, do you hear what he said? Mazi Chinasa, do you hear?
Yeah. I hear. That's a very good question. Mazi, there is one false sense the Nigerian government or our people always like to portray. In the unknown gunmen, it is not only the kidnapper or this thing. There are many innocent people also in that prison. There are people detained, nobody knows about them. There are people, I am sure, many people in prison outnumbers, the guilty ones outnumbers those who are guilty, as long as Nigeria is concerned. ESN is there to protect the society. ESN is there to protect the society. They are there to protect our people from Fulani herdsmen, from robbery cases, from all these kidnappers. If you listen to our leader one of those times, we will not condone anything kidnapping. We will not condone it. And we have our contact number for the leadership of ESN. It is always out there in case of anything. If there is any case of kidnapping, if there is anybody involved on those things, I can tell you, drop the message on the line. Even before now, ESN do manage issues of kidnapping. We have been able to foil attempts, but we don't want to come on air to talk about it always. But those who have engaged in kidnapping, they know that ESN, in many occasions, we have tried to fault their activities in Biafra land. Even some of them, there was one that was talking rubbish, but he doesn't know that ESN know his activities. We try to make sure that we break all those rings of kidnappers in our land. And if anybody who is a kidnapper or those who come out from that place think he can turn our land to a kidnapping, then he's not going to succeed, because ESN automatically will fish him out. One thing they don't understand is that ESN is in every family. Your brother, you don't know, might be an ESN member. So for those of them who think they can come, I can tell you there are many people who have confessed that they never know that their brother is part of the ESN. So that is why ESN is going to be one of the most sophisticated security network. We are in your family. Your father can be a member of ESN. Your mother can be, even your younger brother will be a member of ESN, and you will never ever know. That is what will make ESN very effective. We are in every position. With this system of network, we can be able to crop many crimes that will happen in our land. And let me inform you one thing. We glorify these crimes without looking. Most of the crimes committed in our land are done by the Nigerian police and the Nigerian military. I can tell you that as long as these people understand that the crimes that are happening, the kidnappers, most of them are Nigerian police connections. I can tell you there are places where when they kidnap people, it's the police that are giving them gun to go for the operation. In 500 meters, they will kidnap people, the police will not do anything. So I can tell you with that, we will be able to crop all those criminals that have come in. Our land will not accommodate any one of them. And I can tell you, it's just a matter of time, you will see the work of ESN, how effective they are on the ground. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much, Mazi Chinasa. I think we have another caller. Caller, can you please introduce yourself and ask your question?
Hello. Good afternoon, good morning, or good night, depending wherever you are. My name is Michael Irwania. I am calling from UK. First of all, Patrick, I have to thank you and our brother Solomon for the good work you people are doing. And mostly thank you people for bringing somebody like Chinasa to this program today. I don't have much to say or much to ask Chinasa. The only thing I have to ask to Chinasa is this. Chinasa, please, what I have to tell you is God sent somebody like you, I must be sincere, to this struggle. I was the national coordinator in Italy. You called me many times, we interact many times, and I know whom you are through your voice. And it's unfortunately to me I have an obstacle through the former leader, Mazi Nnamdi, who used his brother to terrorize Italy for 2 good years. I did not breathe when I was the national coordinator. And the Oneka by name.
And I'm going to throw a little light on another one. And I pray that the authority concerned should listen to me. And it's a statement. Dialogue now, so that you should not be knocking the door for dialogue and there's no dialogue. That's what God told me. I keep saying it. I said there is a spirit in this young man. It is bigger than what physical eye can see. I'm not an Igbo man, I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm speaking as a prophet. I said what I see in this young man is bigger than him. You see the man, the small boy that they call him, what is inside him is bigger. It's not just an ideology, it's bigger. I said, I see an animal. Which animal did I told you last time? Huh? I said what? A what? A what? A small puppy. And I say, I see a small puppy going forward. All of a sudden, I saw so many strange wild animals, lion, bear, great animals around the puppy. Then I saw the puppy look back and saw that the animals around him are so many. Suddenly the puppy, what I saw last month is different from what I'm seeing now. The puppy is developing some futures of wild animals. This prophetic word is not to the negative. It's very important. Take the Biafra agitation serious. Dialogue now. Because I see a time, doors are knocked, calls are made. People who are heady are saying we have come down, but these people are not willing to dialogue again. Please, redeeming the time, for the days are evil. Dialogue now. Dialogue now. I repeat it again. I'm not an Igbo man, but I'm telling you what I'm shown in the spirit. What? I'm seeing great people, important people in this nation coming together and saying, now, okay, we want to sit on the table, let us talk. But the people you want to talk with are saying, it's too late. Please, dialogue now. The days ahead are evil. Dialogue now. This is not a cry of a baby, it's a cry of an adult. I repeat it again. Dialogue now. The Bible says, blessed are the peacemaker, for they shall be called the children of God. Please, every authority, there come a time when a revolution is about to take place. The power of gun, bombs, and bullets cannot hold an ideology. Please, dialogue now. This is not the time of, I have bullet, I have gun, I have bomb. This has nothing to do with bullet and bomb. If you know what I'm seeing in the realm of the spirit, everyone in federal authority should take the Biafra agitation serious. If you are once a founding father of this nation, sit down around the table and listen to your children. Dialogue now. This is not the time to arrest anybody. It's the time to hear the cry of the people. Dialogue now. Because he's going to be the last resultant solution at the end. But when you are asking, when the king come down from his throne and he's saying, I'm ready to talk, and everybody is throwing stone at you, then you will know that it is important to dialogue with honor and prestige and go out and there is peace in the land.
Anymore to pay the price for freedom. Don't let this white man tell you that violence is wrong. Every damn thing that he got it by being violent. Killing people, raping and robbing and murdering. He's doing it as we speak. And then he has the nerve to come and tell us that violence and hatred won't get it. Don't buy that. He's worthy to be hated. Worthy because of the evil that he does. God hates. I don't know why man think you're better than God when God in the Bible said he loved Jacob but he hated Esau. In the Bible he said no man can serve two masters. He'll love one and hate the other. They have made us little sheep that they can walk over and run over, but when we decide it's over, and we should make that decision, it's over, we're not taking it anymore, and we cannot pass on to another generation the legacy of our cowardice when we know the problem and won't move to erase the problem. That's our fault. We gotta change. See, one of the things that our ancient people knew, yours and mine, when it got to the point where they would be extinguished, they had to fight. Even if they lost, they had to fight. So the great warrior spirit came up out of us. Same with the blacks, same in Haiti, same in Central and South America, the Maroons. All of those came to a position where they had to fight. In that church, where 9 of our brothers and sisters were shot down by a skunk, how in the hell are we justified in offering him love and he offers us death?
Somebody asked me the other day,
my passion.
That's
brother.
okay. They asked me, can you forgive him? And I looked at him, I said, no, I cannot forgive him because he knew what he was doing. He was cold and calculated, and he was just fostering the same hate.
Who asked you that question, brother? Did he look like us?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah, I know.
How in the hell? I mean, it's an insult
It
to
is
me
an insult.
that you're going to ask me, can you forgive? How long have white people been doing this kind of evil to the darker people in the earth?
Well, how long
Since
have we
they've
had
been
to
here. And when we make up our mind, we're not taking it no more. Because it's better to be dead than to live under tyranny all the days of your life. This is why America separated from England. The tyranny of King George was too much for them to bear. So what did they do? They decided death is better. So it was Patrick Henry that said, give me liberty or give me death. And until we come up with that kind of mind, I'd rather be dead than to live continuously under this kind of tyranny. And when you think like that, you'll do what is necessary to move the tyrant off of you. With the help of God, we will win if we fight.
We have sworn an oath to restore Biafra, or we die in the process. There will be no retreat and no surrender. If the option they give to us is to see our restoration by violence, every living thing living in this world will be destroyed. All the animals will be destroyed. It's a promise that we are making to them. They must understand that we just don't love our country. We are fanatical about life. We will do everything humanly possible to ensure that Biafra comes. It is either the flag of Biafra is raised up or I am lowered into the grave. One of the two must happen.
Freedom of Biafra!
many of you could preach? We are going to preach the gospel of restoration of Biafra. We have sworn oath to restore the kingdom of God on earth. No man, born of a woman, can stop the restoration of Biafra. He said, Biafra or nothing. Biafra or Biafra. The kingdom of God Most High must restore. Come on. Go to the mountain, go to the valley, go and tell the people Biafra is coming again. Go to the ocean, go to the mountain, go and tell the people Biafra is coming again. Go to the Austrian, go to Japanese, go and tell the nation Biafra is coming again. Alright, the mountain, go to the valley, go. Alright, and tell the people Biafra is coming again. Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming. And tell the people Biafra is coming again. Go, mountain, go. Abiobi, go. Abiobi, go. And tell the people Biafra is coming again. Preach the gospel of restoration of the kingdom of God on earth. What shall it come? Nnamdi Kanu preach the gospel of restoration of Biafra must come. No man on earth shall stop the kingdom. No man, no man. No government of the world will stop Biafra. No government shall stop restoration of Biafra.
Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. The only criteria to listening to this platform is common sense. You come with your common sense. That is what is required. Only common sense. That is the only thing. Yesterday, I wanted to come on air, but as our leader was also on an interview, so I have to hook it up to our platform, Radio Biafra London. That is what happened yesterday. Though the quality of the interview was very bad, because there was echo from their side. That is what happened. You know, some people always say, I read comments of some people say, no, this person is supposed not to interview our leader. No. If anybody, you know, because our leader, he takes the right decision. What we want is for people to understand why we need our nation. That is the only thing. It doesn't matter. Forget about the questions. Anything that is being asked our leader, thrown at our leader, he knows, you know, we just open mouth and he comes out. So you don't feel for him on that way. You don't feel for him. He is equal to the task. It doesn't matter, because people listened. Maybe people that couldn't listen or couldn't hear or couldn't understand what we are doing or never really understand. You see that he reached them. That is also a part of evangelism. To inform people, duly inform people what is really happening, why we are doing what we are doing. Therefore, I once again welcome each and every one of you, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. It doesn't matter, because a lover of freedom doesn't have no tribal border, no tribal coloration, nothing. As a human being, as a normal human being, you should be a lover of freedom. That is the truth. That is the reality. So I welcome each and every one of you. It doesn't matter whether you are from the east, west, north, south. That's not the problem. Whether you are from Jukun tribe, Kaba tribe, Kadara, Kanuri, Karimjo, it doesn't matter. You know, there's something, you know, when you look into this Boko Haram fighting, there's something I want to just say. This Boko Haram terrorism, let me tell you, many people don't understand. You know, that side mostly is Kanuri. Even Shekawi, I think he's a Kanuri man. He's a Kanuri man, but he's from Almajiri. It's an Almajiri boy, developed from Almajiri. Listen, what they are using. Do you know that the Kanem Borno Empire, in the whole of that northern part of the zoo, it is only the Kanem Borno Empire that never recognized the supremacy of the Fulani Caliphate. You know, the Kanem Borno Empire, the Hausa there, and the Kanuri. Do you know what the Fulani cleverly did? They brainwashed, they chose people from that side that are also indigenous of the soil in order to do their job for them there. That is why that Boko Haram, they created that Shekawe in order to destroy it, because what they are trying to achieve is to punish. That is why they are killing the whole Shehus. And it is their own son, their own people that is doing their job for them, not the Fulani. Listen, many Boko Haram, they are not Fulani. Many of them are Kanuri and Hausa and other ethnicities. There are Fulani, yes. But the people, they are using the people to do their dirty job for them. That is the conquest. That is how the Fulani work. They brainwash some people, they give them money, they give them influence. Now they touch their brain and they start fighting against their own self. They never knew. They don't. If you call it, they don't even know that they are destroying themselves. You ask them, they say they are doing the work of Allah. Do you see how they conquer themselves? This is how the Fulani destroy themselves for the Hausa. They fought and they saw exactly the same thing they are doing in the name of Boko Haram, using the Borno indigenous people, mostly the Kanuri, in order to fight against their own indigenous people. That Western education is evil. Whereas they don't even know that they are being used by the Fulani Caliphate in order to subdue their shehus, the original kings that are there. But the Boko Haram, they are being deceived that you know, you have to subjugate these people, you have to make these people believe in Allah, that they should do away with Western education, that, you know, in the real sense, they are subduing everybody for the Fulani Caliphate. Because why is this Boko Haram? Why was it not in Katsina? Why is it not in Katsina? Do you understand? That is the Fulani. That is what they know how to do. They know how to instigate fight between people. I will not cease to continue saying this. This is what they are doing in our land. Just, oh God, I will come into it anyway. But look at just how they use our own people to fight us. Look at the Sarkin Fulani, so-called governor of Imo State. Immediately after the jailbreak that happened, out of their lack of security, not up to 1 hour, they came out, even Hope came out to, no, it is IPOB. God Almighty. God Almighty. They know how to use people to kill their own people. You understand? The Fulani Caliphate, they are perfect in this. But do you know what? It is worst in Nigeria. Let me tell you, it didn't happen. The influence Fulani have in Nigeria, they don't have it in any other part of Africa, even in West Africa, any other place. They don't have it. I'm telling you, even in Guinea, that they are per se, per population of the Guinea, they are even majority there. But they don't have it. They don't have influence. The Fulani have. They don't have it. Even in Mauritania, even in Senegal, in any other part of is it Ivory Coast, even in Niger, they don't have the influence, the type of influence they have in Nigeria. They don't have it any other place. Do you know why? Because they saw people in Nigeria, the Hausas open their land for them for manipulation. They saw people very easy to manipulate, very easy to conquer, very easy to conquer by turning them against each other. They just give you influence, make you powerful, and use you against your own people. That is what the Fulani found astonishing. From Hausa land now down to Nupe, to that side now, it emboldened them to continue coming to South, because they say these are very cheap set of people. This is what they are doing in Borno. They are destroying that place. They are using their own people to kill their kings for the Fulani, complete subjugation of the Fulani Caliphate. Complete subjugation by the Saduana of Sokoto. That is what is happening. When you see the war going on there, it's not going to stop until they clear. As they are killing the shehus, little by little they will be replacing them with emirs, Fulani emirs in Borno. People don't understand the underground work that is going on in that zoo. People don't understand the way things are going. If not for IPOB, the emergence of IPOB, in the next 50, 60, 70 years, Nigeria would have been a Fulani territory, complete. The indigenous people would have been, complete subservient. The same way they did to the Hausas. That is what they want to turn the whole indigenous people in that zoo called Nigeria. If you don't understand it today, we must pray. Our Father who art in heaven, the creator of the whole universe, hallowed be thy name. We have once again gathered in your name in order to do the needful, to dispense the truth without mincing words, without fear of favor. Therefore, I present this hallowed platform into your care. Even our leader, the whole indigenous people of Biafra, Father, guide and protect each and every one of us. Be with our leader. Guide and protect him against any evil formulated against him. The God of our ancestors, you have called him for this job. Let him continue till the end, that Biafra will be restored. Thank you, Chukwu Okiabiama, for in your name we have prayed. Ise.
The land of the rising sun. Jazere na anyị n'ụzọ ka anyị naba. Onye bịara iku nwa. Rute n'ọbụ na nwa bịara iku anwụọ na n'ụlọ. Ọ bụ gịnị ka ọ ga-emezi nọ? Ọ bịara ije nwụọ. Anyị akwado ka nwoke si akwado, anyị ejike ka nwoke si ejike. Ịchọ n'iche anyị atọ n'iche m, ka iwe bụ n'anya nọ n'eme. Anyị akwado ka nwoke si akwado, anyị ejike ka nwoke si akwado. Ana bụ ọchịchị na gị. Ọ bụrụ na m dịghị mma, adịghị mma n'ala ahụ. Ọ bụrụ na m gafe ya, m ga-azụ ya n'ala ahụ. Ọ bụrụ na m gakwa akwụkwọ, m ga-agụ ya n'ala ahụ.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE, coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. I will start by making my usual remark. Please stop calling these people the House of Fulani. There is nothing like House of Fulani. What is happening, or what the Fulani wants, is for you to classify them together. It is to their own advantage. It is to their own advantage. That is why when the Fulani terrorists are attacked in Ondo, in our forests, they want to generalize it. You see Mietiala saying that they are attacking the north. They are attacking the north. We, the House of Fulani, they are attacking us. It is life from the pit of hell. Nobody is attacking the Hausas. Nobody. But they want to use this, they don't want you to see any difference between them. It's a ploy. What we tell you here is gospel. The Fulani, they know this. That is why they are mad at IPOB, at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because they know that all these things that you cannot observe, that is what has been holding everybody hostage. You don't mind it, but these are the things that matter. You understand? They want you to be calling them House of Fulani all the time, so that the Fulani terrorists will be hiding at the auspices of House of Fulani, committing atrocities, committing terrorist acts, which the Hausas don't do. They come into our farmlands and destroy our crops. When you react, they say, no, you are attacking House of Fulani. Now they will push there, and you, out of your idiocy, you say, yeah, the House of Fulani, they are taking over my crow, they are killing people here. It is not, it is the Fulani. Let us be, all these little things, these are what matters. It's just like if you are in mathematics exam, for example. You are solving, they give you a question, you are solving a question with a wrong equation. It's not going to add up. You are completely wrong. You have to start using the right equation so that you get you solve the problem, the mathematical problem. That is what we are doing here. All these things that you think it doesn't matter. Oh no, it doesn't matter. They are all ndugu. It is lie. These are the things that are making them, the Fulani, to be more powerful, to be larger than life. Do you know what is larger than life? They feel more powerful than they are. They actually are, because they are acting. They are making use of our brains, twisting it. All these little things. You don't care. You come all of them in the House of Fulani. It is lie. Once you say that the Fulani, they are laughing. Do you understand? Once you say that, they are laughing. Please, I'll be right back.
Nnamdi Kanu,
onye kwutu iwe bụ n'anya nọ n'ebe onye nna maka masị na IPOB kwadola kwado IPOB bụ atakata abụọ anụ mmiri onye ụsa ị na-ama IPOB aka na-ezu ezu ka ị nara abụ ụzọ bụ ị dara ama ife onye kachi ntị kwutu ụzọ ịkọ fụlọ wele ọ maka ndị sabotuas na fa na ọzọ na-eme a na-agba oji ntị n'agha ezu ọkwara onye ju ogbugbo nwụrụ udo iso security network abatago na Fulani nọ n'ọsọ ndị sabotua nọ n'ọsọ ndị ọha na eze nọ n'ọsọ ndị igwe gwanụ na anyị bụ n'ụkwụ ka anyị malife anyị na-eme n'ụlọ unu sacha onye chukwu tele mmanụ ha Mazi Nnamdi Kanu amadike gaba n'iru na anyị bụ gị n'azụ
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. I was taking care of some things at the background. That's it. So we must continue, please. As I was telling you about all these things, you can call them mundane. It doesn't matter, but it matters a lot. With all these things, the Fulani, they are playing with the mindset, with mind game of everybody. You know, Fulani, they are not up to 2% of the Nigerian population. It's true. They are not up to 2% of Nigerian population. Forget about the bloating, the artificial bloating, everything. But when you call them Hausa Fulani, they merge. You merge themselves. You merge them together with Hausa, with other Kanuri, with every other tribe in that north, they call north. That is what they want. So that you see them, oh, they are plenty. Do you see the people should understand this trick. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. People that are very minority upon minority. But when they call themselves Hausa Fulani, or we are the Hausa Fulani, now you yourself call them, match them with people that they are not with. They shouldn't be with, not the same ethnicity. You match them together, now they become more plenty. They become larger than life. That is why they have been playing on this. Because the Fulani, they know how to match people or rally people around in order to fight their enemy. How far about defending Nigeria? They turn it against Igbos. Oh, Igbos are the worst people. Oh, they killed our Saduana. Oh, and something that is very intelligent. I think even Senator Baribe said something on this. I read it. And I've been saying it here. Whenever they will come, they want to make you start telling them, I saw one useless documentary they did on one of the grandsons of Saduana of Sokoto. A documentary, just put it there so that they keep everything alive. That's why I say our people, Biafrans, the Igbos, mostly, I don't know. They are the people that are living Bakuni life until the coming of IPOB, until the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have been living Bakuni life from, let us see, here na Biriwenondo. Ebichanda mara ihe chiga yage mechi, just Oliver the Coke. Very rubbish life. Sometimes I think about it, it gives me a headache. I say, why? People that slaughtered us more than 300,000 first in 1966 without the war, in only military coup. Now from 1967 to 70, they killed more than 5 million plus of us. And they are coming in this time, every time you talk, they say, no, Igbos killed, Zogu killed the Sadona of Sokoto. You know, and people are listening to this. That is why I say, this Bakumi life of Biafrans would have been what decimates us as a people, because we don't understand what it means in order to raise our collective case. After 1970, the Fulani, they succeeded in instigating on every Biafran to be selfish. They made things very difficult so that everybody go and fend for yourselves. They bloat selfishness in us so that we never care, we never think about our collectivity, our collective interest as a people. Anything you can get as a human being, as an individual, go get it. That is why people now took sabotage as a business, a means of survival, as a means of making money. Do you understand? Do you know why I'm saying this? People have not really, our people never really made the case of this program. Even 1966 program, the genocide of pre-war genocide first. The killing of Sadona of Sokoto by Nzogo and others. The Tagibo kill. The intention, you know, that is one thing. The intention is not what people are speaking about now. It is the act. The act. Okay. They killed him, yes. In a military coup. Nigeria have been having successive military coups where people are being killed, but they never bring any, people don't talk about it. Okay, that one aside. What concerns civilians, ordinary citizens that we are going about their businesses, which the military coup tagged as is their tribe. You know, that's why I say, you know why the Europeans, the United Nations, America, they know in their heart of hearts, they know that we are fighting a just cause, that we are right in what we are doing and what we are saying. We are right. But because of international corruption and corrupt diplomacy going on, they kept quiet. How on earth can you justify the killing of hundreds of thousands of people in 1966 alone? Civilians that are doing their private businesses, civil servants that don't know anything concerning the army. Now, why double measures are being given? Why is the same scenario that led to the Rwandan genocide, but people were held accountable to what happened? The Hutus that were captured, the people serving in jail, they didn't say, oh, no, you people, is your tribe, the Hutu killed the Tutsi, or vice versa. I don't know who killed who again. The Tutsi president. It's your tribe that killed him, shot him down with your other military official. This time, this one, they cleared the whole cabinet, the president and his cabinet. All of them died with the military heads of the same tribe inside the flight, inside a presidential flight, by one military man of opposite tribe. And they retaliated the same way they did in 1966. But after committing the genocide in 1994, the United Nations didn't say, okay, you people, okay, why did you kill the president? Because it's not the people they killed and in the streets, in their offices, in their houses. They don't know anything. They didn't know anything concerning the president or their man or their tribesman shooting down the president. That is, it's very simple. Now, why is our own different? And you see Igbo intellectuals, Biafran intellectuals, they are not making this case. It baffles me that they have not been making this case in order to raise awareness, world awareness, that what we are suffering is unjust. They would ask you, no, let's forget everything, we move on, one Nigeria. And I told them, you people are fools. You are fools. Armenian genocide that happened during the First World War, they were, the people continue hammering on it, bringing it to the limelight until today. It is being recognized that the Ottoman committed genocide against Armenians. Only that recognition, something that happened more than 100 years back. Do you understand how things happen? But in our own, we forget. Oh, we gotta forget. We gotta move on. No, don't. And you allow these people to be telling your own stories, imposing on you, bringing their false narratives now, so that you will be negotiating. You are the person that will be calming them now. Sorry, now it's not all of us. Whereas they massacred millions of us. Oh God, that is why, all these things makes me understand why we suffer the highest casualties in transatlantic slavery. We forget very easily. We don't push. We don't know how to push consistently until this angel, this divine gift called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he came just by a sudden, came down and start changing the narratives of the way we think. Otherwise, we Biafrans, we don't know how to push and push for long. We are not consistent in anything we do. What I will give kudos, if it comes to making money, our people can even fall into fire to make money, be consistent in doing it. But once it comes to our collective interest, our collectivity, you see everybody going away, shying away from it, as if it never happened. I said, this is why I understand the reason why we Biafrans will suffer the highest casualty of transatlantic slavery. We always learn to live as slaves. As far as we are breathing, it's only few of our people that jump down and drown themselves in savannah instead of being slaves. They are brave, but majority, they learn to, oh boy, don't talk. As far as we are, there is a life, there is hope. No, don't talk. Leave everything. Do as if it didn't happen. That is why many of our people, many of our women, they suffer rape. They never talk about it. And you think it's a good thing? They are dying inside. Gradually, they are dying inside. Families are being, torn apart secretly. Things happen, everybody will keep on, now leave it. Yeah, don't talk. And you are burning inside you. This is very bad. Let us not be reactive, let us be proactive. all these things. That is why one man is doing okupe. Because of say cannot forgive, have not forgiven Igbo for Ahmad Bello's death. Look at, and you look at and you see an Igbo, what do you call him? Igbo politician. He will laugh like a useless human being. No, leave now. We have forgotten his past tense now, and they will be pushing for you to come and even. Approach to them and apologize to them. Oh, that is why there's one clip I played before, Louis Farrakhan. You know what he said at the end? Louis Farrakhan. He said, it is better to fight to death than to live under conquest all the days of your lives. This is why the Americans, they broke away from Britain, because they saw the tyranny of King George. So they say, let us fight. You fight, and it's better for you to fight and die than to live under conquest, under tyranny, as a slave, as subservient slave. Our people should understand this. All these things you say, no, leave now, let us forgive. You are not more righteous than God. You are not more righteous than God. Any person that is why our mantra is, you hate us, we hate them. We are IPOB. We cannot forgive you when you do us something, but no. Even if it takes 1,000 years, we still remember. We continue teaching it, and we remember. They say the Fulani, they can avenge. They are avengers. They don't know the type of radicality in us. They don't know. They don't know. We don't forgive. We should not be more than God. God hates. He loves Jacob and hates Esau. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? He said you must not serve two masters at a time. You should not. You should hate one and serve and love the other. So there is a hatred in God. All these things, no, we forgive. Forgive it. Who tell you that? Which can forgive? You forgive your killer, you kill your killer before he kills you. All this rubbish that have been put inside our head to make us very docile. The way the Europeans docilize the slaves. Oh, love your enemies, slaves, obey your masters, instead of chopping their masters' head out, just like the American Indians did. You continue preaching this rubbish. That is why we that are victims, they want us to be, apologizing to them because of killing of one filthy man that instituted tribalism in that zoo, saying that he hates us as the Igbos, and you will be laughing with making jest of this thing. Somebody that say instead of giving you an Igbo man war job, as one Nigerian is, that job, if you look, no person can do it in the north. He will go outside, go America and bring an expatriate, and you are laughing over it. You don't know. You said it on tape, and you want us to continue being like that. Oh, we killed Zogu killed this guy. What of more than 5-6 million people? What of more than 300,000 people being slaughtered in cold blood in 1966 alone? No, these are not lives. Sometimes all these people in our land that call themselves intellectuals, they make me sick. They make me heavy sick, because they don't know their responsibility, what they should be rising up anywhere they go in the international arena. That we suffered pogrom, genocide, second to the Jewish Holocaust. Nobody talks about it, and they want you to not only subdue it, to make it for you to continue apologizing for one military man killing Sadona of Sokoto. Oh God Almighty! We are dead already. That is the only thing. We are only Biafra will resuscitate us. If you are saying this, people think that we are radio talkers or online bluffers, right? Before God and man, the hatred I have on Nigeria and those that are the hate, personal hatred. When you look at it, I will not continue. Let's talk another thing. Let's go to today's issue, please. Because they make me sick. They make me sick. If only they understand. They are talking about unknown gunmen, right? No, don't worry. A time will come, there will be unknown missiles. Unknown missiles will be landing from where you don't even know. Unknown missiles. We are in the 21st century. We are in the 21st century. From unknown gunmen, it will be robots. Unknown missile will be landing places you will not know. That's it. Angels will be coming. They are fighting for us. We must continue. Please stop calling them the Hausa Fulani. Call them their names. They are Hausa and the Fulani. Different set of people. Stop promoting these filthy idiots. The Fulani that is causing problem everywhere. Living in dreams in Kuku land that they will conquer everybody and turn everybody into Almajiris as they turn the Hausas. They think that they will turn Biafrans like that. Let them ask Britain. Let them ask Britain, the world power. What happened between them and the Biafrans? Ekumeku. Let them ask them. You see, very filthy idiots, because they can manipulate people in our land they call politicians in order to start singing with them, dancing with them. They think that everybody, they don't know what they are in for. It is either we get Biafra or everywhere will be on fire. I'm telling you honestly. I've told my family, I say I don't care if one day I hear, oh yeah, they have killed one of your siblings. I don't care. I say, so be it. So be it. Because that dungeon must be destroyed. That dungeon must be destroyed. Otherwise, it will destroy our race completely. We must continue. The topic of my message, my submission today says, stop aiding your own conquest. Stop aiding your own conquest. That is the topic of my submission.